everybody. Thank you for joining us for the 5th of 11 IPPS-A BI demonstrations using the Ad Hoc Query building capability in OBIEE. Similar to the previous demonstration, we will be demonstrating a report that shows SFPA flags broken out by unit and flag type, as well as the average open time for the flag. The background on this is similar to what you saw before. It speaks to the units for performance in terms of closing out the flag, the SFPA flags. So you have the average duration of how long they're open here. And if you want to see exactly how this is assembled, we'll go ahead and look at the next slide here. All the stuff on the left is the traditional hierarchy of the different Army units, the division, brigade, battalion, company, and then both the code as well as the description for the type of SFPA flag, and then for that unit, for that type of flag, how long the flags are staying open on average. So with that, we will get started building this report in OBIEE.
Thank you. Okay, so for this report, we're looking at current data. So I'm going to do a new analysis, and I'm going to use our IPPS-A Soldier Analytics current only subject area. And I am going to pull in the flag data first. So I'm going to look for restriction data. And I am going to do a filter on flag type. So the flag type that we want is F. Those are our SFPA flags, flag type of F. And I don't actually want this in the report, so I'm going to delete that. Now, what I am going to do is the restriction item code. If I look at this data, this is the flag code. But looking at it, you'll see that we get values of the word flag and then the code. So flag A, flag B, flag C. I only want this last character. So I'm going to edit this. I'm going to do a custom heading and just call this flag code. And I am going to grab just the right one character here. And if I look at that data, I now get just that code, A through X. And now I'm going to put in the flag reason with that. So that is going to be, and if I look for restrictions again, that's our restriction item description. So I'm going to call this flag reasons. Flag reason. And now we have our flag code and our flag reason. So now what we're going to do is calculate what is the average number of days that each of these flags has been open. And for that, I am going to go to restriction data again. And I'm going to look at the end date, so the final end date. And I'm going to edit this formula. And I'm going to call this average duration in days. And I'm simply going to say, take the end date and subtract the begin date. So if I come here and search for restriction and this initial begin date here. So the end date minus begin date, that is the duration. And I'm going to just say average around that. And that gives me the average duration in days. And before I run this, I want to put one more filter in here for the component. I want to filter this just for National Guard data. So filter, and the value is National Guard. But I'm going to remove this. Okay, so if I run this now, so now I get, I'm going to change this to content paging. And now we have all the flags and their average duration. But you'll see there's some flags that don't have any data. So if we only want to see the flags that have data here, We're going to come back to criteria, and we'll place a filter here and say the filter is greater than 0. And then we'll only see the flags that actually have data here. And now what we're going to do is add our hierarchy to this. So we're going to come back to criteria. And for the hierarchy, there are multiple hierarchy trees. So you always want to specify which hierarchy you want. So I'm going to put a filter here for hierarchy name. We're going to use the Durkheim tree. It is case sensitive, so you do want to put this in uppercase. And I'm going to remove that. And what I'm going to pull in is the division. We have division description here. Then the brigade, that brigade description. Then battalion, we have our battalion description. And let's stop here and see how this looks. So let's pull this over. We have division, brigade, and battalion. So now we have the items broken out by division, brigade, battalion. So let's add in the company. So if you look, we can bring in the company description. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop that right here. Well, this breaks it down even further into company. And let's add the company UIC as well. And now we have the division, brigade, battalion, company, and the UIC. We have the flag code and reason, and the average duration for those flags. And we can put a title here. We can call this average flag duration. And we can put that in the center. And done. And now we have our report. If you want to see how this is going to look. And on a dashboard, just click here, do our default, and then we see how the data looks. We have average flag duration. That concludes this demo. Thank you for watching.